Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from SimpleProgrammer.com. So just finished my run, and I was listening to a book called Personal MBA. You should check that out if you haven't already. It's a really good business book to teach you kind of the basics of business here. But as I was listening to the book, the author was talking about something that I thought was pretty interesting about set points, and it made me realize a few things in my own life that I thought I would share with you, and that's kind of a good idea to talk about this idea of set points. So basically, the idea of set points is that we don't take any kind of action unless we have a violation of some kind of set point. So think about a thermostat, right? Like a thermostat will not turn on, like a heater won't turn on until it measures the environment, the temperature, and it reaches a certain set point, whatever that set point is. If you got your thermostat set to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, then if the thermostat measures 67 degrees, it'll turn on, right? So humans work that way as well. And I'm going to kind of combine this with another concept because I think they're very related, which is this concept of like who you hang out with and who you're around greatly influences who you become and what you become, actually. So think of it this way, right? So actually, I'll draw from my own example here. So I know a lot of millionaires now. I know a lot of entrepreneurs who are making a lot of money. I know a lot of people that are extremely fit, like below 10% body fat. And I didn't know, like, if you go back, like, say 10 years ago, I didn't know anyone, basically anyone that met that criteria. In fact, my life, I worked in an office, in a cubicle, right? And everyone I knew was basically a software developer, like office worker, who also worked in a cube and made a certain amount of money. I didn't know anyone, like none of my friends, no one I knew. My reference point, right, or which determined my set point, was that this is normal. Like there's not people out there that run their own online business or entrepreneur or software developers that bill several $100s an hour. That doesn't exist. This is because everyone I know, my reference point, right? So that determined my set point. Same thing with the fitness side, right? I was around a lot of software developers, some healthy people, some people who run and bike, but I wasn't around fitness models much. I mean, at a different point in my life I was, but so my reference point for fitness level and being in shape and body fat percentage that I was trying to achieve, it was low, it was high, right? It wasn't a very high requirement. So the reason why I'm telling you this is because that changed, right? And I think a lot of how I changed is due to that, right? So if your set point is such that you think that a regular job, making whatever amount, regular salary, working in a cubicle, and not being an entrepreneur, not being wealthy, like let's say you want to be wealthy, if that's your set point, because that's your environment, because everyone around you, all your coworkers, all your associates, all your friends, everyone you know is not a millionaire and is just working a regular job, it's going to be really, really hard for you. Like your belief system is going to be such that you're not going to think that it's really possible to achieve, to become a millionaire, to become rich, to quit your job and start an online business, right? My belief point right now, like, and this is kind of interesting because I think probably a lot of you that are listening have different various levels, right? And sometimes you might think, well, John's kind of crazy. Like, why does he believe all this? This seems weird. But if you think about it, right, my belief point now is that it is so easy to quit your job and start a business, and anyone can do it, and anyone can become an entrepreneur. It's not difficult at all. But that's changed because now I know 100 entrepreneurs that are doing this. I know most of the people I associate with, most of my friends and acquaintances, are people who are living that same kind of lifestyle, and so it makes it 100% believable. Same thing on the fitness side, right? Especially, I noticed this recently. I started hanging out with a couple of people that are doing kind of fitness YouTube channels as I've been getting into the YouTube marketing. and these people are very much, their fitness level was much greater than mine, and so it made my set point change. Now I was like, oh, okay, well, where I'm at is not good enough. I want to be at their level. That's the level that I expect now. So anyway, I'm gonna get walking here so I don't waste too much time, but I wanted to share that. I think that's critical, and and that changed. Like right now, I'm doing better from a fitness perspective than I've ever been. I'm getting pretty cut here, and I'm motivated to do it because my set point is telling me that I need to take action at this point. So anyway, what can you learn from this? What am I saying about this? Basically this: if you want to achieve something, you need to change your set point, because you're not going to take action unless you have the right set point. And if you want to change your set point, the best way to do that is to change your environment, change your surrounding. Who are the people that you're hanging around with? What are the books that you're reading, right? Even if you can't hang around, millionaires or entrepreneurs or whatever, but see if you can. I mean, there's lots of ways to do it, right? There's lots of communities, organizations you can join. Here at Simple Programmer, we've got a lot of entrepreneurs. I want to put together a community for you all that want to, share this and have people that are achieving what you want to achieve. Let me know if that's interesting to you. But anyway, it's the same thing with fitness too, right? I'm just going to use those two examples, but it applies to everything in your life. But if you want to get in shape, yeah, you can be like hanging around with people that are overeating and fat and not in shape, and you can like have a goal of losing so much weight, but it's just gonna be hard. But I guarantee you join like a group of a 5K running group, like they have those all around, and where they run every week, or like that's why CrossFit is so popular, by the way. Even though I don't really like CrossFit that much, but it's because it's a group. It's effective because it's a group of people. But if you start joining a group of people and hanging around with people that have high standards of fitness, it's gonna change your set point, and that's gonna become the new normal. I've always said, like, I mean, if you hung around, if like your 5 best friends were billionaires, right, and they didn't give you any money, they just gave you advice and you just hang out with them, how long would it take you to become millionaire? Like, it's gonna happen, right? In a couple of years, it's just gonna it's gonna happen. So anyway, you want to make changes, you want to change your life, change your set point, change the people around you. It's all related. And look, if you're wondering why you are what you are, or why you're not able to achieve what you want to achieve, take a look at your set point. Take a look at the people around you, and consider. One last thing I'll say to kind of prove this point is, everyone thought it was impossible, right, to achieve a lot of the Olympic, achievements that have happened, right? Like, I think it was first breaking the 6-minute mile, or probably the 4-minute mile actually, right? And the high jump, right? There's a lot of these things, and once someone had done it, it changed everyone's set point, and then they believed they could do it, and then they were able to do it. So it's a lot what you believe. Anyway, I'm gonna get back home here after my run here, and if you like this channel, what do I tell you? Subscribe. All right, take care.